Hello, we're Christian and Karine from CKPerformance Clinics.
Welcome back to our Wing Fall series. We said it in our first episode, preparation is key. Today we'll put in the groundwork and build the foundations for the falling gybe.
As such, this video is all about steering on the foil, both upwind and downwind. Steering is an essential skill that you have to master before you can start carving and gybing to your heart's content.
An absolute must. Steering downwind, the first building block of the falling gybe. It enables you to get yourself and your kit into a position from which you can start your gybe.
And steering upwind, the essence of riding upwind. Knowing that you can make up lost ground between gybes is a massive confidence booster.
Ultimately, steering is your ticket to freedom. Yes, autonomy, being able to go where you want to.
There are too many variables to give you a black and white crib sheet, whether it be your weight, wing size, foil size. However, the beauty is that with practice, you'll get a better understanding of your equipment and be ready for the next step.
The aim of this video is to give you the information you need so you can go and explore with meaning, deliberately choosing and changing your direction of travel on a mission of discovery.
Let's do it!
When steering, you are changing your direction of travel. You have to make sure there is space to do so. You need a constant awareness of what's going on around you.
You'll have blind spots regardless whether your wing has windows or not, although you can generally see in a rather blinkered fashion in front and upwind of you. The rest requires regular checking.
Behind you by looking back, downwind of you by lifting your wing to peer underneath. Lift and look. Look for landmarks. Knowing where you are in relation to where you started is important. Am I upwind, downwind? Am I making ground? All pertinent questions. By constantly evaluating and using landmarks for positioning, you will also build a better wind awareness.
This brings us nicely onto changing course. To come up onto the foil, you bear away to accelerate. It means that once up, the board is still on a broad reach or across the wind. If you want to make ground, you need to change course and turn upwind.
The added bonus of riding upwind is that you get a feeling for where the wind is coming from. It's a good reference point.
For the gybe, you need to accelerate by bearing away, which will give you another reference for wind direction and a different feeling. As discussed in previous videos, once riding, it's nigh on impossible to know exactly where the wind is coming from.
However, by changing direction, upwind and downwind, you will start to feel where you are through your equipment and how it reacts, becoming more efficient with each passing session. To change course, we first need to check everything is in position.
What we're looking for is balance, whether powered up or nursing your wing in light airs, standing over the board so that you can trim it nose to tail and rail to rail.
Being able to move and be dynamic rather than glued to the spot. If you're supporting yourself heavily on the wing or if your stance is too wide, it will be harder to achieve this freedom of movement.
Once up on the foil, it's likely your feet won't be perfectly placed, especially if the wind is strong or you had to work hard to get up.
So check your feet. In the game of steering, your foot position will make a massive difference in your ability to turn. It's important that your back foot is far enough back, close to the mast.
Without diving into mast placement theory, with your back foot somewhere over the mast, the board can literally pivot around it. Wiggle your feet if needed. If this is new to you, it might affect how and where you place your front foot, yet more discovery time.
Balanced and dynamic, you're ready to rock. Turning upwind. If you've practiced this off the foil, the fantastic news is it's much the same, although your wing movement should be more subtle.
Sheet out, look upwind and twist your trunk. This will move your wing gently back and directs the power through your rear foot and across the board. The nose turns up towards the wind.
Drop your weight and flex slightly, keeping your body stiff and the wing sheeted in. It's important that you transfer the power.
Once the board has turned, straighten up by inching the wing forward and easing the pressure from your rear foot.
When riding upwind, you will notice how your wing is flying lower and more vertically from tip to tip.
Turning off the wind. The aim of bearing away is to accelerate onto a broad reach.
This will have a major impact on the success of your future gybes. It places you, your board and your wing in a perfect position from which to start your gybe and helps you carry more momentum.
You've practiced bearing away off the foil and to get up on the foil. Extend your front arm and move the wing forward while sheeting in. Transfer the power through your front foot and push the nose of your board away from the wind.
Keep your upper body and wing in the same position, whilst allowing the board to turn underneath you. This will pull you nicely over the board. Feel the acceleration.
To control your speed and straighten up, sheet out slightly with your rear arm and centre your weight over both feet.
As part of your discovery time, it's good to experiment how close to the wind you can ride. It will teach you to react and adapt.
When riding too close to the wind, you slow down, lose lift and lower towards the water. To regain speed and avoid coming off the foil, give it a little pump, some downward pressure with your back foot. Then move the wing forward to level the board and foil and bear away a touch.
The best exercise to prepare for your gybes and get your steering skills up to speed is to bear away onto a broad reach from an upwind course.
Accelerate, go with the pull, keep the power on and the foil trimmed. You're over the board in a dynamic position, ready to carve.
Then sheet out to steer back upwind.
Here you go, time to get out there. Get yourselves acquainted with the different feeling of your foil and wing whilst turning, slowing and accelerating.
Be dynamic, use your wing and body to stay trimmed. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Cheerio.